All right, so how to start a restaurant from home in California. As a matter of fact, it is something that is completely legal, and they just recently passed a bill. Now, I want to dive into this bill, and I'm going to explain to you what you can and can't do in regards to this new law, which actually went into effect on the 1st of January of 2019. But there are so many people who are unaware that this law even exists. So I wanted to make a video so I can get it out there and let people know if you live in California, you have the ability to do this. But there are a couple of catches. So I've got my screen open here. I wanted to go over this. I had a friend of mine send me some information that I wanted to relay to you guys. Now, this is the first of its kind if you are a cook or a chef from home, because many cottage food laws that are in place, and most every state has them, of course, they are not allowed to do any type of restaurant business. A lot of it's non-perishable, time or temperature sensitive items like baked goods and granolas and things that are not related to like restaurants, if you will, that are ready-made meals or dinners. But you can definitely do this. The micro restaurant, it's actually called the Micro Enterprise Home Kitchen Operations Bill. It's Bill AB 626. That's the technical name of the bill itself. It does allow for anyone in the state of California to operate a restaurant and sell mostly dishes that are considered potentially hazardous, if you will, like tacos or burritos or basically anything you'd find in a food truck or a restaurant. The only catch is, and I'll get to it just in a second, the great thing about this is that you can get up to $100,000 in annual sales, which is pretty amazing. You can't sell more than 90 meals per week. So if you're doing 90 meals or more, you need to get yourself into some type of a commercial kitchen of some kind. But you want to keep it, the state requires that you keep it under 90 meals. You can sell directly to the customers. You can't do indirect sales. So you can't pre-make some meals or dinners, sell it to a restaurant or like a health club or something for them to resell it to somebody else. You have to sell it directly to your customers. You have to make and sell the food on the same day. So obviously you can't make a ton of food, put it in your refrigerator, then warm it up as you sell it. It needs to be produced, made, and delivered to the customer. Now, the other thing is, there's a couple different unfortunate catches to this. You have to deliver it in person or have the person come to your home to pick up the product. So you can't unfortunately use like Uber Eats or Postmates or anything of that sort. Like delivery service, unfortunately, is not allowed. That is one of the big problems, unfortunately. But if you're okay with delivering your products and driving them around or having someone in your family, it also mentions that if somebody is delivering it, it has to be somebody, either a family member or somebody within your business. It can't be a third-party delivery. Has to be delivered within a safe period of time. It doesn't specify the time, but common sense dictates a lot of this. So if you make a hamburger, you make a pizza, obviously you're not going to deliver an hour later. You need to make it within a certain period of time. It has to be held at a safe temperature. Delivery may be only made by an employee of yours, a family member or household member, because again, you're utilizing your home as the restaurant, so it has to be somebody within that area. If you have a permit within the county, but a city or county has created an ordinance preventing the residency, unfortunately, you still need to sell it within that city. Now, here's what I was going to tell you about that unfortunately is a big drawback. Now, the counties that you want to operate in, if they have not created an ordinance or a law allowing this within that specific county, you need to contact them and say, hey, there's this law that's in effect. I know that it has to go through a process of creating an ordinance and such, because you can't operate this type of business without the county approving the concept. The state has created this, but it has to trickle down, of course, and get into everyone within the certain counties and cities within the areas like where you might live. And if they haven't kind of adopted this idea just yet, they have to adopt it first in order for you to do this. That's kind of one of the biggest problems, unfortunately. So let's talk a little bit about what you can make. It's a little different than a cottage food business. There's quite a bit of foods. The only thing that's prohibited is salsas, low-acid canned foods, or pickles, or meat jerkies, or acidified foods. So those are things that you cannot do for sure, even though this is kind of like a restaurant per se. The list that you can make is gigantic. I wanted to do this quick video just to explain the law. I won't necessarily get into all of the food. It's like bagels, brownies, crepes, chocolate fudge, truffles, mustards, ketchups, oils, nut butters, spices, teas, coffees, carbonated drinks, juices, empanadas. It goes on and on. So the good news is, yes, California does have this new law. They implemented it just a couple years ago. You can literally start a homemade restaurant from your home, which is pretty amazing. And you're allowed to sell 100 grand. I mean, that's a lot of money for most people, 6 figures selling food from your house. So just keep in mind that it's either have to be home picked up delivered, and then you can sell it online, by the way. You can actually create a menu. You can create a website where you're selling this online, but you can't ship your products outside of the state, but you can have people come and pick it up. Unfortunately, with delivery apps, you can't tap into that third-party delivery. So how to start a home restaurant business in California. You guys you got the green light, that's for sure. You guys got some great laws out there. So definitely check and see with your county, make sure that it's kind of adopted. If you liked the video, definitely give it a thumbs up. I just want to do a quick recap of what's going on in California. So if you have any questions about this, let us know down below in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next video.